My name is Teresa Demers, and I'm a mental health counselor at NDSU. The main community that I work in the area that I'm really passionate about is mental health, both for other people as well as the mental health recovery that I've had in my own life. A couple of years ago, I found myself in a treatment facility for an eating disorder, and the thing that was probably the most important thing that happened for me while I was in treatment was learning that I have this artistic, creative side of myself that I had never really thought was there. I was an English major when I was younger, and I always loved creative writing, and I've done a lot of things on the side, just like writing for blogs and things like that, which I guess I never had really honored as creativity. But through my experience in treatment, I have uncovered just this world of art therapy that it's so fun, and it's just engaged me in my work in a different way that I ever thought was possible. I've implemented an art therapy group here at NDSU. It has been a really, really popular group, which is hard for college students to get on board with doing group work. I have 15 people last week coming in, and it's an open group where they're able to use the supplies that I bring in to do various mediums like collage, painting, mixed media, watercolors, everything, and just let them kind of use their own intuition to create something. It's really an awesome thing for college students because they struggle with finding things to do with their hands. They struggle to find ways to engage with the world that's not through technology, not on phones and computers. And so it's been a really wonderful experience, I think, to watch college students coming together from different places on campus, not knowing one another, and just sitting down and creating. And none of these students really identify as people who are creative or who think that they know how to do art. They just come in with an open mind, and I get to sort of facilitate an environment where students can just try new things and connect with each other and have meaningful conversations, and just to hear all of the different ways that art impacts them. Because it's different for everybody. I also do a lot of artwork, art therapy in my individual client sessions. I did a trauma-informed expressive arts therapy training this last summer, and I'm really interested in furthering that piece of it, just kind of furthering the ability to use narrative as well as visual arts to start to understand trauma and understand the world and the story that they have in a different way, in a way that they can find meaning in, and in a way that they can be able to find the healing. I think I've gone into a different question here, but I think I'm going to pause this and make sure I'm covering all the areas right now. Okay, so in my long question one answer, I think that I've probably covered some other questions as well, but in the interest of not having to edit this 17 more times, I'm just going to kind of go with it. I'll go back to answering some of the other questions, and if I've repeated myself, well, we'll just deal with that. So the things that I'm passionate about, like I said, my job is a passion of mine, and I think I never expected that this job was going to have so much meaning in my life. When I was younger, I wanted to be an English teacher, and after college, I realized that it wasn't as inspiring to me as I thought it was going to be. I think the reason I got into it was because I wanted to inspire young minds to learn about literature and to talk about poetry, and it was a lot more just kind of like bureaucratic, sort of like teaching to the test sort of thing. And I just wanted to have meaningful connections. So I'm passionate about people. I'm passionate about finding ways to bring people together. I think that I have a really great talent of being able to engage with people and being able to kind of like spark some interest and spark some big picture thinking. I'm a big dreamer. I love to come up with ideas. I love to get people excited for things. And so I think now that I'm 41, I am sort of just trying a lot of new things that I never thought imaginable. And so I kind of feel like this is like a second version of myself, somebody who is feeling brave and inspired and strong and kind of in a different place in life, where I think that I can sort of take some of my difficulties that I've had over the years and to be able to share with others some of the strengths and some of the ways that I've found to work for myself as well as for the students that I work with. So I just want to do something really big, and I just want to get people involved. And so I'm also passionate about my family. Let's not forget about them. I have 2 kiddos. They're wonderful. And I have a husband. And so, but truly, I love spending time with my family and my friends and at my job. So what I do that gives me the most satisfaction, I feel like I have answered that already. What I envision for myself 3 to 5 years from now, is I want to still be working here at NDSU. This is my home. I love it here. I've been here for 10, 11 years. And my job is just never boring. My job allows me to, we don't bill insurance here, so I'm able to see clients and work with them in whatever way we feel works for them. And so I get to do individualized care with my clients and to find ways to talk with them about their mental health and talk with them about their lives and work with them each in a unique way. I think that in the world of insurance billing, that sometimes does not allow for a lot of flexibility. We also don't have session limits, so I get to work with students until they feel like they're done with their work. And so that's been really cool too. But like I said, my dream is to build on art therapy as a medium, to build on some narrative forms of therapy as well as visual art forms of therapy that can help people to sort of reimagine their stories, to talk about where they've come from, to talk about the experiences, traumatic and wonderful and all that encompasses the world, to be able to write about that and to be able to kind of find some healing, find some understanding of themselves, and to be able to write their story in a way that they can sort of honor that. So that would be one facet of it. And then I would love to see that expand into hopefully some way that people can start to take their stories and to connect with other people who might be sharing similar struggles or similar backgrounds. And instead of having it be a therapist run like therapy group, I envision I want people to come together and to be able to sort of do the brave thing of digging through the past and of being able to talk with others about what they've found, and for people to be able to kind of connect in a different way. I think, it could be different people within the cultural communities here in Fargo-Moorhead. It could be people of different religions, cultural backgrounds. I think there's so many different communities of people that I think could benefit from just having some vulnerable, honest moments, and from being able to listen for meaning and to be able to kind of share and validate and work with each other to kind of develop that, that understanding of each other. So I want to be able to find a way to help people to feel less shame, feel less stigma about trauma, about their story, and to just be able to use that to connect with other people. So how do I describe a project or situation I feel demonstrates the contributions I've made to my community? I already talked about my art therapy group, so I guess I'm not going to belabor that point. I have it every Tuesday for 2 hours, and it's just been this really unexpected magical thing that's happened. So I guess that would be the main project that I would say has definitely strengthened the work that we do here in the counseling center. How I think arts, culture, and community intersect. Again, I think that that people can find their meaning through art. I feel that people can connect to their cultures, their families, their pains, their struggles. I think that art can help to bring something out of people that feels different and novel. I think when students come and see me and they struggle to talk about emotions, or they struggle to talk about who they are, to be able to use art and to kind of draw from them something different, I think is a really useful tool. And I think we see this in Fargo Moorhead, about just like the way that art and our culture, how all of those things are kind of intertwined, you know, thinking about just like, okay, I'm losing my train of thought here. I think I've answered that question probably. So why I'm interested in this program now, I just think that I'm in a different place than I've expected myself to be. I think the last couple of years of my life have been full of a lot of really big struggles and a lot of pieces of my past, and understanding like the trauma that I had during my younger years, like the things that I'd run from my whole life kind of came up and caught up with me in the last couple of years. And I was finally in a position to be able to do some different type of work with myself, and to find some self-compassion, find some understanding of my past. And so I think that right now would be the next step to sort of, I'm feeling like I'm in a brave place. I'm feeling like I'm in a place to kind of stretch my comfort zone a little bit and to kind of put these ideas out into the world. I think that I've been able to build that confidence through just finding ways to use this in my work, and the ways that I have healed from my past through art therapy. I just think that it just is like this big world of like unexpected, or like, I think there's just so many possibilities, but I am an idea person. I struggle with doing like the detail work, and I really want to be able to collaborate with other people who can help to sort of bring in the skills that I don't have. I see myself as like the big picture person who has some like mental health knowledge and some enthusiasm, and I want to be able to work with other people who can sort of like, who know ways to network and to bring this into like just a more cohesive way. So anything else you want to know about me? I am running way out of time. This is probably the 37th version of these videos that I've done, and I think I'm going to slide in under 2 minutes. So I think we're just going to call this good. I can't keep myself from over talking. So it's hard to say goodbye. It's hard to stop this, but I'm really excited, and I really, really hope that you give me this opportunity. Yeah, thanks for watching.